I feel like I've been robbed. That was, and there's,
Oh, you any of that stuff? Clean that with.
stamp modules
No,
and stuff
clean that with the wipes, because the brat pooped on that book.
Okay, well, all these stamp modules, he gave me everything for this. The entire development kit was
What
in
is that?
box.
Development kit for what?
For parallax propeller microcontrollers.
What's that?
Robotic brains. This is what, when you make a robot, this is what you use to actually activate everything.
And the mouse pooped on it.
I don't care. I wanted this is a very expensive kit. I wanted this.
Where did this come from?
I feel like I've been robbed.
Where did this? Is Oreo eradicating mouse? No, he's not here at the moment. Hello, people. How are you? What the fuck? That libx 264. Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we're going to get started fixing yet another dead MacBook. Hopefully there'll be something to learn from this, and hopefully we can make this machine work again and add the money from this to the new store fund. We have one last contractor bidding tomorrow, and after that we will be making our decision on who it is that is going to be putting together this new store. We have a considerably trimmed down version of the original plans, but we're going to make this place work. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to have space. It's going to be great. It's going to have a sink in the bathroom that puts out water that you can actually drink. So I don't have to spend money on water like a schlub. And let's get this to work. So what do we have here? It looks like this is an A1466 MacBook Air. Well, first thing we're going to do is turn on our power supply and see how much power this thing is drawing. We're going to turn on the Paul Daniels, the Circuit Specialist's power supply software. Get that showing up on the screen. Plug in the MagSafe. This is one destroyed, beaten down MagSafe. I'm going to need to... I think I may have to do a little bit of work on the MagSafe before it's actually usable. Let's see, are we getting input voltage or nothing? I think there's a chance we're actually getting nothing. Never mind. Alright, 7. So we have... Okay, it looks like this is turning on. So all I had to do is touch the multimeter probes to the board, and it seems like this machine is turning on and working. So let's see if we get a picture on the screen. If we do, we're done. We fixed this MacBook. this is good to go. So that's about it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking part in these. And that is about it. We are about 2 minutes and 23 seconds into the stream, and this MacBook Air works. All it needed is for us to touch the probes over there, and we're about good to go. So that we'll move on to the next video. Wow, that was that was easy. That was as easy as it gets. About as easy as disarming a school shooter. I've never shot this before. How does this work?
It's dead. All safety's also on. It's fully semi-automatic.
This is no fun. It looks like it's more fun. Walk outside and stand next to the mosque holding this. I'll give you $1,000 to stand outside the mosque holding that and aiming it at people as they walk by. No, I'm kidding. I don't want you. I want you to live long enough to collect your settlement. Yeah, the NYPD is always right outside the mosque that's outside. That's what type of gun is that? That is no. That's a pellet gun. It's a pellet gun. It's a pellet gun. It's not a real gun. This is New York City. You can't have those here. You have a real gun, somebody will come in and fuck you up. Wait, you can't have a pellet gun in New York City? Uh-oh. It's his. It's his. It's not mine. It's his. It's his.
It's illegal to own it. You just can't be in public with it. No?
Not mine.
Everybody's conflicting online. I've looked all over the place, but I want to bring my paintball gun here.
You can't even get it like delivered from Amazon.
Can you put this in slot 3? Hi.
There's another book with this parallax kit. Hi. There's another book and more modules with this parallax kit.
L3?
And fucking input will throw it away.
No, if there's anything else, it'll be right up there. Can you put that in L3? It's going to be over there, because I didn't throw away the actual
I'm very sad.
mouse.
They already took the trash out and everything, so if the rest of the parallax stuff is in there, it's gone.
Is it outside? Sorry, Paul. Yes, that was. One moment, I'll be right back. That's some dashes for donation text. What is it? What do you mean? I don't understand that at all. Sorry. I don't know what that means, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, what's next? I thought Anel's body was busted. Was it not that serious? People heal. People get hit by trucks and recover. I'm not suggesting that you get hit by a truck and recover. Oh, stop. Actually, yeah, you know what? No, they want to talk about it. Here. Yeah, they deserve that. Yeah, take a look at that nice... Wait, no, it's not focused. That's where they took out his pelvis and put a machine in.
That's not. That's just the stitch. The real one is like 8 inches right here.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to show that. Don't show your penis on camera, please. That comment is retarded, because I had a concussion and I healed fairly quickly.
I'm on super steroids.
Like, I'm not even done with board repair number... I haven't even done a real board repair and I already have dumbass trolls. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, next. Let's see. Is that a duck tattoo, somebody asked. I'm glad it now looks like he is doing better.
I don't need crutches anymore. I can walk.
Holy crap. Lewis, put your finger in Anel's incision for $49.99.
With or without plugs?
Your store is expensive.
Alright, if I have to.
No! Fuck off! Stop! Jesus Christ! Not serious! I'm sorry, I can't comply with that. Speak to Susan Wojcicki to receive your refund. Okay, we gotta find our next machine. Yeah, I can't do it, Matt. Not happening. Let's see. It turns on and then turns off after a few seconds. The person who changed the battery shorted the fan wire and the fan doesn't work anymore. We need to replace the battery, keyboard, screen. What? What the fuck is this fucking mess? Alright, let's find this machine and get started. E9. Excuse me. E9. What is E9? Sorry. Steve's gaining weight. Jesus effing Christ, there was a bad joke, dang. When you tell people to stick their fingers inside of other people for money, just think about it before you do it next time, is all I'm saying. Just think.
How desperate are you, Lewis?
Quite desperate, actually. If you asked me to put my finger inside myself on camera, then you may have had yourself a deal. It's too late now, because you already gave. Anyway. Alright. So here we have an A1707 that's not turning on. Let's open this thing up and see if we can figure out why it's not turning on, and see if we can fix it. From the notes in the description, it seems like this was destroyed by several other people. So this should be fun. All we need is a magnet, Find myself a magnet. I got my last magnet right over here. I'm sorry, Paul. I don't think I put it in the main garbage bin. It would have been outside of it. Huh?
I feel robbed.
I'm sorry, Paul. I spent about 7 hours here yesterday because a mouse pooped on everything in the office, going through all the bins, and I think I may have tossed out a robotic brain thing that Paul had. I feel terrible. Would you like the Mac Pro to try Final Cut 10? The 12-core 64GB Darth can your store cleaned and repasted last October. Thank you. That thing costs like $3,000 or $5,000, so I can't take that from you. But what I do want to do is when I get my Samsung SSD finally RMA'd, I was going to try installing a Hackintosh on my main machine and trying Final Cut Pro there. Can you see if in any of those boxes by the trash there's Paul's robot thing? Because I know the stuff that looked technical is going to be in a box around it. I didn't actually throw it inside the garbage pail. Alright, so the first thing that we have here is foreign battery. This is some foreign battery. So we're going to unplug this foreign battery. No, Rem. Oh, maybe. I don't think I'm going to have actually any room for it, honestly. And having to unhook my current setup to hook that in is probably going to take more time than... Yeah, now is not the best of time for that. But I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really do. Okay, so we do this. We do this. 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 You
threw away my RGB.
I did not throw away RGB.
That was in the trash.
Is this not?
No, that was next to the trash. That's the only place I have a storage, Paul. But that also means anything that's in there, I did not clean the outside bag with, and it meant that shit got on it. Because I put everything there that had shit on it because I didn't want it to be near here, but I didn't have time to clean it because I wanted to go home. When I put punctuation marks into donation, it won't display. Well, that sounds like a Streamlabs thing. I don't really know what to do with that, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. People are probably using the dashes for something they weren't supposed to. Like the OK hand symbol or the Pepe GIF, so they took it away from us. That's probably what it is. You have gloves on, right? Hi. Because all that stuff had shit on it. Yeah, like anything that I put there was shit, and I turned it upside down and emptied it out, but there would be shit on it.
So it's probably disinfected anyways.
Anything there should be disinfected before it goes back into use. Yeah. No, really, that mouse was a fucking fiend.
I wonder if we send MacBooks back with shit on them.
No, he never made it to that shelf. Also, Dan uses that microfiber cloth and cleans every single one before it goes back out with the spray.
Slide inside the keyboard or something on the machine itself. The fan just blows shit air.
Why is Oreo not on mouse catching duty? I didn't bring him today because I destroyed the nylon gear in my bike, and I also don't have the bag on me. I think I had it at the bag at the store. Oreo also, he has a tendency to shit about 10 or 20 pounds worth out anytime he's traveling with that bag.
I'll say, like, if the rack gets to Paul's desk, Oreo can't.
Copass is here. Copass, do you know if there was anything that looked like a parallax kit? Robotics thingy? We found some of it, but there's some of it missing, and I feel bad that Paul doesn't have it. I could always use a magnet. It's my last one. Huh? Oh, wow. Who was hoarding magnets? David.
I have medium.
Okay, that I definitely did.
The big ones that were on here, the good ones.
No,
You
the
left
tiny.
all the crap ones, but you took all the good ones that were right there.
I didn't even know there was a hierarchy of magnets.
Yes, there are a hierarchy.
Wait, no, those are not small. I thought you meant by small you mean the really like
No,
the
these things
super
are
tough.
just garbage. I throw these at people.
Yeah, those are shit. Fuck those. The only distinctions I know is that and the large circle, but I didn't think there was two different large circles. Thank you very much to Mr. Alex. If it's an iPhone, 375 Celsius. If it's a MacBook, 450 to 500, depending on the area. But you have to keep in mind that that this stuff is bullshit. So, for instance, if you were to take my B&K precision multimeter and put the temperature probe on it and measure the output of Paul's JBC hot air station, the max on that is 450 Celsius, but when you put the temperature probe there, it's actually 517. 517 Celsius when you set it to 450. My Weller WHA 900, if I set it to 500 Celsius, would give me 490 Celsius. So that kind of stuff is useless. You got to find what works for you, because the stations are not exactly putting out what you're telling them to when you take it out of the box, and most people are not calibrating them. A few days ago, I donated what you did not answer. Was this on Streamlabs while I was streaming? On Streamlabs when I was not streaming? During a YouTube live stream? Was I walked away from the keyboard? Or was I actually here reading stuff and I just ignore you like a dick? Because sometimes I'll have open broadcaster on by mistake, and sometimes at 3 or 4 in the morning I'll hear hello, welcome, show up my computer. So I imagine that means somebody. But yeah, if you could kindly tell me what you said, I'm more than happy to respond to it. Every now and then I do miss these things. Okay, so if you could give me an idea of what it is you said, because there's also, is it on live channel or main channel, Streamlabs or normal? Because there's actually 4 different places that I'd have to go through and hunt for it to find out what you said. Ah. Okay, do you know the name? Did you do it under this name? Alright, let's see if I can find this. Alright, let's see what so Xenon. Alright, give me 1 second here. Excuse me for all the yawning. I know it's contagious. It's contagious like a... Okay. Love your videos. Question, can you make a video of the most bullshit reviews you got? Much love. Say hi to your cat. You know what?
We should go. That would be a fun one.
I think, I did a video on this a while ago. The most bullshit review I ever got was there was this one woman that was talking about how she had a MacBook where when she would turn it, when she would go to open the screen, the backlight would go off. So I told her, you can take this to Apple, they'll fix it for free. So I told her, you can go to Apple and they'll fix this for free. And she said, no, they said they don't do that. And I said, well, they lied to you. Well, she goes, how do you know that? And I said, well, it's actually on their own website. Not only does it list your model, but it actually lists this specific defect, and it says they will fix it for free. So she goes, well, what's the link? And I was trying to read it to her, and we had a very bad connection. So I wound up making a bit.ly link, like bit.ly. And since they lied, I wasn't going to type in like A1706 no backlight or something. I just made it bit.ly/you lied to me. And I was reading it over the phone, and then she wrote she got really pissed off at me. We had no service, so eventually the call wound up coming to an end. I'm never going to fucking forget this. And she said that I told her, bitch, you lied to me. And she got really pissed off and said, he said on the phone, bitch, you lied. And I'm thinking like, man, you're fucking stupid. And then I actually wrote a response to the reviewer. I said, listen, you said that Apple would not replace this for you. And I was telling you they should, and you said they said we don't do that, so I said they lied to you, and then I gave you a link that you could follow that redirected to the page on Apple's own website, which was where they have the warranty. And let me see if I can find this video and post it in the chat. And then she said, no, I know what you... She actually... Here's the thing. After I told her that, rather than go, oh, yeah, my apologies, it was a bad connection, and I misunderstood what she said, she actually doubled down and goes, no, you know what you said, you bastard, or something like that. And then I just couldn't help myself. I did what I shouldn't have done, and I posted a fucking video with the review, and I'm sure this woman got, probably 20,000 messages saying, you're a fucking idiot. I felt bad doing that, but at the same time... You're fucking with my business reputation. You're lying to people. People are going to read that who may not know the reputation of this business and actually think I tell people on the phone, bitch, you're a liar. When I haven't even... It's one thing if I'm saying... it's one thing if the person was, saying, you scratched my machine, and I say, no, I did, and they say, yes, you did, and I go, bitch, you're a liar. But it wasn't even something like that, because, again, I wouldn't even do that. This is me. You're not even a customer yet, and I'm trying to give you a fucking link to Apple's website to show you that they fix it for free before you give me $500, you stupid, stupid fuck. And there's people walking into the store, there's customers showing up. I'm trying to juggle all of this because Kevin and the shipping person weren't here at the time, so I'm doing shipping, fresh desk, repairs, walk-in customers on the phone. And I took 5 minutes out of my day to try to explain this to somebody over a bad phone connection. I sat down, made a fucking link, and at the end, not only did you misunderstand it, but you decided to one-star me. Okay, fuck you. And you're going to get it. So let me see if I can find a link to this. Because this was just like... Yeah, this was some of the stupidest shit I ever had. And I've had a lot of stupid reviews. I've been in business 11 years, so there's quite a few stupid reviews. But this was the dumbest one I've ever had in the 11-year history of my business. And here it is. It's called bit.ly, please. You must have a mental disease. No, please. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to... That's the video. Yeah, I think there's a screenshot in that video to the actual review. And I feel bad that it had to come to that point, but you can't fuck with people like that. You can't. You can't do that and expect that there's no consequence for it. And if you're gonna, and the thing is, it wasn't private. It's not like she said privately. Because if she had said privately, I can't believe you called me a bitch, and I'll go, no, I didn't do that, and we argued, that's one thing. But you brought it into the public sphere. You posted it publicly, and you attached your name to it. And at that point, it's just, okay. You want the whole world to know how fucking stupid you are? Let's do this. So we did it. And this... Yeah, and she was dead serious about it. Let's see if I got a screenshot of this. Called the other day twice. Was trying to figure out what was wrong with my MacBook. Apple was telling me one thing and they were telling me another. I get told to put in the URL, bitch, you lied to me. Then the guy on the other end pretended the phone was breaking up. Nice customer service. To his response, no one wants to hear fake excuses. Not how you run a business. I had 3 other people listening on the call with me and they were all baffled that he did that. Sarah L. from Colonia Woodbridge Township. You live in Jersey, don't you, Paul?
One town over from me.
Is there lead in the water there or something?
No, Colonia's a nice town, very expensive. expensive to live in.
There must be lead in the water there or something. Like, my God, you are a stupid, stupid fuck. You are a very stupid fuck. But what can I say? Like, man, that shit was something else. You goddamn fucking moron. Let me get some Ziploc bags.
Why are you jealous, Daddy? Is it because you're always the bottom fractal? That's a good one. What were you yesterday? Last game?
God damn it. Why does somebody always use that when I walk out of the room? Well, I need my Ziploc bag, so hopefully somebody copies and pastes that so I can read it. Because I don't see it. Because I'm out here. If somebody could kindly copy and paste that in the chat, that would be lovely. It saves me the... Yeah, slash... Copass is... Asterisk slash you are stupid. Yes. That shit was some next level dumb. I'm glad I archived that on video. Because when I got that 1-star Yelp review from the person who was friends with the Yelp employee I got fired, I didn't make a copy of it, and even 4.5 years later I regret that very badly. Okay, so we have the MacBook Board out of the MacBook. And this is what gets me, is there are people who would comment on Reddit and go, see, this guy is a total asshole. He thinks that he's never wrong. Look at these reviews and how he responds to them. He thinks he's always right. And the thing with that is that the people who genuinely deserve to leave 1-star reviews, the people that I really fucked over, it's not because I meant to fuck them over, it's just that the people that I really screwed over badly because maybe I was... You know, all the parts that we bought were bad, or we kept fixing their board and the CPU dies and the PCH dies or something like that. The people who really have a reason to be mad at us, they never leave a 1-star. That's what gets me. And sometimes because we dealt with them for such a long period and just kept apologizing and doing our best to make it right, like even though they fucking deserve to leave a 1-star, they'll leave a 4 or a 5-star, and it makes me sick. Most of the 1-stars are for people like that. Would you also use manual screwdriver for replacing keyboard in mid-2012? Why not automatic? Because automatic is not the work. It's the placing it. Like, it's not just the doing this. It's the, okay, I have to align it in there and then figure out, like, do I go this way? Do I go this way for the screwdriver tip to fit in the screw? And then doing that over and over again. And also, it's removing the rivets. All of that stuff is the real work. The automatic screwdriver is not really going to do much. But...
It takes 2 rotations to get one of those screws in.
Yeah, it's 2 rotations for the screw. It's like you're doing more labor simply picking up the screwdriver and putting it down than actually turning it. But yeah, when people... Yeah, like, I appreciate it, White Wolf, but it's just not something I got the time for at the moment, I'm afraid. But the thing is with this is, like, how can somebody get that type of review and not reply to it? When people say the way you respond to reviews is inappropriate, you think you're always white. I take time out of my day to make a URL to explain to you that the service you're trying to pay me $500 for is shit Apple will do for free. How the fuck do you not respond to that? And just let the person know in the most polite way possible that you're one of the stupidest fucks on planet Earth. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad person. I'll live with it. I'm an asshole. I'll take it. Alright, so let's see what we got over here. This is taking 20 volts, 20 milliamps, which typically means a PM sleep sinus signal missing. So let's see what's wrong with this board over here. This board was not in the Paul status, which means it's probably going to be just one cap. That would be beautiful. All right, so we're going to go through the power rails as we usually do. What do we have on the good old PP bus? PP bus is 0.55 volts. Oh, tell me PP bus G3 hot is shorted to ground. No way. My luck can't be this good. PP bus is not shorted to ground. Okay, maybe partially. That's 62 ohms, 64 ohms. Thoughts on Ryzen 7 2700? If it's a processor, I'm probably not going to have any thoughts unless there's something amazing. Let's see. Is there a CPU benchmark score for this yet? Ryzen 7 27. Is there a CPU benchmark score for this yet? I'm a lazy schmuck. I'm not gonna like benchmark this shit myself. I just want a number. Give me a number that shows me how good it is. Okay. You're a 16,000 CPU mark, and you're $159. I guess that's kind of good. My old machine was about a 13 or 14,000 on CPU mark, and that was a $325 processor, and that was back in... When was that? That was back in 2014. So this honestly is not that impressive to me. I mean, like, when you look at it, my machine had a processor that was about twice as much money and a few hundred points less, and that was 5.5 years ago. So it seems like processor improvement is really going down over time. It's nothing that I get super excited about. It really isn't. It's just like, okay, you know, it's an improvement, but like I really give a shit, you know. Like, oh look, it's been 6 years and the processor moderately improved. Yay! How is the new place going? It's getting somewhere. You know, there's a contractor coming by tomorrow, and then there's going to be another contractor that already showed up to the old 30th Street, and this one, they wanted about $28,000 to redo the floor, level the floor, put some nice wood there, fix up all the electrical shit in the front that's like hanging and dangling, fix the air conditioning up there, put some outlets in and file the permit for all of it, which is honestly kind of fair. It's just, you know, is what it is. So that's going to be about $28K, and then we're going to be getting the acoustic panel stuff for the side walls. We're going to build a counter, but I think we're probably just going to wind up robbing B&H while they're not looking.
Yes.
Paul really wants a B&H counter, so I was thinking we can just rob a B&H. They won't notice. Really? This is not fair. Even I can admit at this point this is not fair.
If we walk into B&H wearing reflective vests,
To look at the screen, Paul.
wearing reflective vests and clipboards, and just go in and take a couple counters, they'll never say anything to us.
Seriously?
Yes.
No, not that. You also need to have the beard and the hat.
Did you ever see those videos on YouTube where the guys get in anywhere just by carrying a ladder?
Thank you for the thoughts on it, and also thank you for everything you do. I work night shift and love your videos and the lonely
Anywhere
overnights.
you can possibly
Awesome.
go.
Thank you very much,
Concerts,
Steve. I appreciate the $5. Thank you
security
very much. What do you do?
guards,
I'm curious.
whatever. They just walk in carrying a ladder and a clipboard, and just everybody lets them walk in.
Yeah. Just,
Do you think we could walk into B&H if we had some reflective vests, a clipboard, and the beard and the hat of a Hasidic Jew and just take a counter?
Is this a heist?
Yeah, we're just
This
gonna
is
take
this is
their
a
counters.
hypothetical
We don't have the
situation.
money to build the counters, so we're just going to take their counters.
I want to take their counter.
That shit actually works.
Yeah, look at it.
What'd you install?
Twitch?
The YouTube app?
Yeah,
The one that was on there?
It actually
Hey, I'm
looks
not
nice.
saying that processors are a bad deal. It's a good deal. It's just I'm not impressed at the frequency of processors getting better anymore.
It looks nice, actually.
And I tried to install some stuff on there. It
You
told me
have
that
to,
I
you
couldn't.
have to buy it.
That's what I
Can't believe I have a shirt with somebody else's name on it. Makes me sick.
32-bit system and everything's programmed for 64-bit.
Well, virtually none of my shirts have someone else's name on it.
Install Pandora.
Alright, so we're going to do over here with this board. See this? This is a short circuit to ground. We are just going to go poof. This really does... This is one of the most common issues on this model motherboard. What? That was not Paul's status. That is the Lewis status. What was it that you liked about the B&H counter, Paul?
The smooth appearance to it, the monitor underneath glass instead of out on the desk. No wires visible to the customer.
Oh, come off the board, you piece of shit.
It's clean and professional and modern.
How is that modern? The monitor that's under the desk has green text on it.
Not anymore. They have all LCD monitors.
Yeah, the LCD monitor has green text.
Yes, it does.
You know damn well that that's not modern. Yeah, but I get what you mean. This is not sucking up anything anymore. Damn fume extractor.
Well, your thing is all covered in dust. You gotta uncover all the shit.
Oh yeah, I could just rip that off. I don't need that. What is that for?
Losing chips, losing tools.
Yeah, this is not necessary. There we go. Good old vacuum cleaner.
There, I restored it for you and got it all nice and clean.
Cap needs to be torched, worked properly. 2019, caps blow up just because. Damn. Where is alcohol dispenser? Yeah, rip. True or false? iSheep, a follower of the cult of Apple regardless of the usefulness or real worth of the product. I try to avoid using words like that because it's not really gonna get people anywhere. Believe it or not, the sheep in my logo is not representative of the supposed Apple sheep. The sheep was because other companies would rip you off, and the sheep was kind and humble. You know, if you needed your... The sheep would not tell you you needed logic board repair when the charge port was bad. The sheep would not tell you that you need to replace the entire top case if you just need a keyboard. The sheep logo is not actually designed to represent that Apple users are sheep. That's not to say I'm denying the fact that an Apple user may be a sheep. It's just that that's not what that was for.
What the?
Oh, I know what that is. That's all you. Actually, that's for Paul. Give that to Paul.
No.
Look at the VRAM.
No.
Oh, this is a quadruple.
Did you tease the board?
What the fuck is this?
Look at the VRAM. Look at the color of the under the graphics versus under the CPU.
Oh, this is the one you looked at the other day. But what the fuck is this wire?
That's for the fan.
Did they tie the two tack signals together? You can't do that.
I think you tie PP5 ESO together.
Oh. Well, why can you can get PP5 ESO from anywhere over here? Why would you get it from the other fan?
Look at what the color is underneath the CPU versus the GPU, and that was not done with a brain.
Still 2011.
Damn.
Did you open this already?
Yes. Why are you even looking at that?
Because it's in one of the new slots where you make estimates.
Oh. Why would you? Why would?
Put it back there?
Put
Why?
it back there with screws.
Why would you work for an idiot,
Why
Anel?
would you screw it back in?
Why would you work for a dumbass?
Where's the other screws?
Why wouldn't you get a real job for?
Did it only have 2 screws? I gotta
Probably.
ask that now.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. No. Look, it has a Seagate Rosewood drive. The GPU has been reflowed. The VRAM has been reflowed and is yellow. The board is missing shit over there, and that's the wrong LCD cable for that machine. And it's a 2011. There's like 6 things wrong with that all at once. The piece of crap that you have over there.
Show it to the people.
I showed it to them on the last stream. I think.
So, how did you brought it here, looked at it, and brought it back?
Yes, I wanted it to go away. Sorry. I agree. And that's the thing. Do you want to change people's minds, Apple 2444? Like, do you want to change their minds? Do you want to get them to think think I fucking hate saying this. Do you want to get them to think differently, or do you just want to display dominance? Invite Rich to new shop, make Paul fix Tesla boards. I was actually sick the week that he was in town, and that was after I went to that Testify in Boston. And he wanted to come by, and he was available the whole week. And because I'm a piece of shit, I completely forgot about it while I was sick. And then he left, and I still feel like shit for that, because he wanted to come by and do something. Like, I'm a real piece of shit for that. Because Richie, I met him in person. He's a good dude. He's a really good, honest, humble dude. You know, like, he doesn't email you when you say something about something he said to you and then demand that you remove it and act like a total little narcissistic bitch, like certain people on the... But there's, you know, he's a really good dude, and I feel bad that I treated him that way. I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, Rich. Where are my cutters? Or scissors? Got the Rossman autograph. Time to sell it online for 1,000, says Kita. Where'd you get a Rossman autograph? Damn, it doesn't... Do you have red cutters, Anel? I just need to cut my wick. I just have to cut off the front of my wick. Here's... You can have some wick. All right. Show us your dick. I will not show you my wick. My wick is private and for me and me alone. Me and me alone. Did I accidentally remove a resistor below the cap? What? No, I didn't do that. No, of course I didn't do that. What are you talking about? The resistor is still there. See? That's right. I caught you seeding disinformation to Das Dude about open board view. We'll now have to send him free flex board view to halt the spread. Bribers make truth. Didn't lose no resistor. See, it's right there. It's right there, right before your eyes. Jeez, man. How ignorant are you? What are you talking about? Look, it's right there. Right there. Oh, beautiful. See if this thing turns on. Just give it a moment to cool off. Sorry, Miss Bell, I bought a sticker with Gootwick. Awesome. $20 volts, 1.64 amps. Good to go. What do you have over there?
Audio IC. Audio amplifier.
Would you want to redo your that drawing, architectural drawing, so that your desk is in the front of the store?
Not particularly.
Why?
Why would I want to be in the front of the store?
Because if you're in the front of the store, then you get the pickings.
Remember, you were in the front of the store. Remember, you nearly killed somebody. You went nuts, and you came back here to the back of the store.
When did
Remember that.
The closest I've gotten to killing somebody here was when I was in the back of the store.
Imagine if that guy was in the front of the store when you were in the front of the store.
Oh yeah. There's not going to be a wall in the beginning though.
So people will be able to just shout, Louis, Louis, there you are, there you are.
Well, no, there's a wall in my office, but there's not a wall for you. Actually, yeah, you're going to be able to see customers.
Nobody shouts to me. Don't you suggest it.
People walk in. Oh, free 20% off your repair if you yell Paul Zama when you walk in the store.
That is not endorsed by Rossman Repair Group or his subsidiaries.
Say you have a Tesla when you watch.
Looking for Tesla no power?
I have a Tesla no power.
Tesla no power. Water damage, Tesla no power.
Copass says, remember when you tried to hit me with a chair? Memories.
Alex?
What was it? YouTube recommended me a video from you 3 years ago of you fixing a JTAG off an Air with Sunny. And it took 20 minutes because you removed the resistor right above it. You couldn't figure out why.
Yeah, the SPI ROM one. I thought that was just terminate. I thought that was a pull-up. I didn't know that was in line.
He said, these
You
are
were-
useless resistors, I don't need it.
I don't think you were here yet. That was 2015 or
I was
16.
on that stream. I remember watching that stream.
You were watching for like 2 years. Oh yeah, you were watching for 2 years before you started working here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fanboy.
That's why he's so good at it, though. This is what fucking kills me when I hear people say that. People say a lot. Well, you don't understand, Louis. You have all this time and money to train people. Apple doesn't have that to be able to do what you do, and it's just really.
Trained? I wasn't trained either.
And I was trained. Paul was trained.
By the Marine Corps.
Paul was trained in motherboard repair when he got here. We gave him a manual. We gave him a book of standards. It was.
Today, Louis texts Paul, sorry, I can't make it to train new guy. Can you do it?
How did that go?
I think I said, I'm not training the new guy. Hey, Camille.
I would go to Paul because I have no idea what's going on.
Camille would tell him, look, don't be stupid. You do this.
That was a very,
Please, Brian.
very old school. Use coupon code PaulZamau to get $20 off your purchases and board repairs.
Yeah, it was missing some screws. Oh yeah, it had bottom screws and whatever. Yeah, it didn't have bottom screws and it was missing like one screw on the left side. Sorry.
I should have asked a contractor for a Black Friday sale today.
Yes. Any Black Friday discount?
And then Paul goes for the military discount.
Military discount? Cyber Monday discount?
Cyber Monday.
Is there a boomer discount?
Boomer discount?
He is a boomer. He punched me in the face for that.
I will call you from a landline if it gives us a discount.
Oh, well, the schematics for dyed t-shirt be in stock again. Can we put that on Teespring?
Yes. Give me the image. Give me the reworked
That's
image.
probably on the drive that Steve is recovering for me.
Give me the new image where he has a complete butt that you used for the...
Oh, yeah. I'll find it. What I really want to get done is the lobbyist mug.
Yes.
By the way, YouTube still is not showing the products below my video. I got to live chat them again.
What the hell?
Yeah, they said wait. It's been a week.
I'm gonna have to bring my my graphics work for me.
What?
You see that little liquid box stain?
Ew.
They're like, oh man. If I fix it, we can reset it. She just said she wanted to reset it today.
Does the mousetrap have the peanut butter and the sugar and all the nice stuff on it?
Peanut butter and chocolate.
You think he'll eat it?
Yes.
I was
It's gonna
debating.
resist the chocolate, never mind the peanut butter.
I'm debating live streaming it.
You want to live stream the mousetrap under there?
What if we just put it on your desk?
Put it on my desk. You can't leave the light on. He won't come out here with the light on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So I have to
You
put the
need-
ISO up as much as possible on here.
Or you need the infrared of the night vision stuff.
I don't have night vision on my Sony.
No, stream the security camera then.
Can you have a Zcash stream? It's pegged at like 70% CPU all the time.
Yeah.
I was gonna have this one on.
But you can't stream rodent death.
Why?
You'll get your account banned for that.
Seriously?
Yes.
I'll do it on Twitch or something disposable.
Yeah, you have to censor it.
Okay, I'll stream it on Vimeo.
You can actually get banned for that.
On Vimeo?
So there's this channel called Mousetrap Mondays,
Yeah.
and they showed,
I don't know why. That guy's like recommended to me, and I'm like, okay.
Do we have a micro USB?
yes. There's someone in the bathroom.
Wait, oh, this is a micro. Never mind. You have to bang on the door. Hi.
Very hard. Your
Oh,
hand
no.
goes right through it.
Hey, I want to do it. I've never done it before.
It's only going to take one more, and you're going to go right through it.
That was my idea.
We're not out of here yet.
Can I do it,
What?
Can I shoulder bash it?
Not yet.
We need a door.
Olga and Hannah are gonna file claims if you can see through the door.
Wait. Why is there like screwdriver sized holes in it?
Oh.
Because I was murdering the door before.
We can't do that at the new place.
I was murdering the door thing.
Can we get one of those locks that turn and say vacant or occupied?
The one that we had here?
No. The one that's legit on the handle itself so we don't forget. Damn it. Oh.
Hello.
Did you just stab Hi?
Yes. I'm dead now.
Computer won't turn on. ...2011 MacBook Pro. What?
You got a proof? Yes.
D14, A1502, no power. When do you expect to move? I don't know. When it's done. When it's ready. When's it ready? When it's done. When's it done? When they do it. When do they do it? When they get to it. Contractors.
For 5 games?
18 bucks.
That's his cheap
What's the name on
That's an A1502. I forget.
There's two.
Which one looks easier? This is a keyboard issue. Not it. This. I'll take this.
Wait, what?
You're driving us to Queens later.
Why do you need permits to do floors? Because New York. And regulation. And government. And fees. And jobs. Having people to file paperwork is a way of creating jobs. That's a job. I think that's the thing that gets me with the potential, the people who are talking about federal jobs guarantees, is that you're paying a group of people, but they're being paid to add complexity to a system that doesn't necessarily need it. What I find interesting above all else in New York City construction is that it's one thing if the unlicensed companies were saying, may or may not have to file this, we can get away with putting paper on the window and some shit. It's another when companies are saying that have 4.5 to 5 stars on Yelp, 200 reviews as a contractor, they have licenses, they have insurance, and on their first meeting with me, without even trying to suss out if I'm an inspector or not, before they know me or even know my last name, it's, oh yeah, we can get away without filing that, don't worry, nobody's going to come by. It's like, really? People are, because in New York City, it appears to be understood by almost everybody that it's a fucking scam. Bite Me says because nothing gets done in New York without someone getting their cut. Yep. Not sure. God's one. They don't know yet. Do we get an L stream later? We miss our favorite boy. By the way, thanks for your videos and Right to Repair support. Thank you. Maybe you get an L stream later. We'll see. Richard Irwin donated a devil's amount of money in my chat. Thank you. The ex-mayor of that crazy town wants to be the next president. Yep. There's a new place of fiber in Denmark. We pay £72 a month for a gigabit. Killin says, Google tells me Denmark is 16,577 square miles. The U.S. is just under 3.8 million square miles. But yes, but in Europe, but in my country in Europe that is this big, they run infrastructure quicker and easier than in a country that's this big. Mind blown. All right. So, what we're going to do over here is see what's going on with this A1502. It looks like we have got the trifecta here. We have missing screws, we have liquid damage, and we have dog fur. This is pretty. So let's get this thing out of the case and get started. Did you find someone that actually level your floor? Yes.
Me. You know, he has to get back to you. He has to get back to you first.
What? Who?
Your contract.
Which one?
Then we just talked to you.
He gave me a quote already.
Yeah, and then you're going to say, yes, I accept, and he never responds to you.
Oh, no, that's the other one from last week. He's not in the running anymore. Fuck that guy.
He's going to do the same thing to you.
No, this one's not going to do the same thing. He actually showed up. He's invested at this point. He wants to do it.
He wants to get paid.
Yeah. The $72 a month I get is including TV streaming. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's not really $72. It's like you're paying one way or the other. So here, we have what's considered a high sales tax at around 8.875%. You got 25% sales tax. So I mean, yeah, your internet's $72, but it's like the money's being taken from you anyway. It's just which pocket is it coming out of? Either way, at the new place, I got gigabit Fios, and I'm happy. At home, I have gigabit for about 70 or 80 bucks a month, which is pretty nice. What is in your quote? What kind of floor are you getting? We are getting a hardwood floor and new outlets installed. And they're going to fix all the stuff in the front that's just hanging in the electrical spaghetti. It's going to be nice.
Leave another mouse pad as well.
How much do you think is a safe amount of voltage to run through one of these speakers to see the cone move? Figure out which is which. I want to know which is the low, which is the high, so I'm just gonna
1?
1 volt, tap 1 volt into it and see if it moves.
Yeah.
Which is the high? High?
The high high's right there.
Take it.
What is that?
It is something.
Why not? You need to work more days. True.
This is so sticky. Why so sticky? Ew. Ew. No fix. I give up.
No, you fix.
No.
You fix now. You need money.
CPU dead.
You need money. Get down.
But CPU dead.
No CPU.
CPU dead.
Now, Mom.
You're gonna plug it in right now and hang up.
Now I'll see you.
This board take an hour. Oh my god. What this? You, backlight, SMC reset, clock sit, CPU, RTC. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. Fuck this.
What would you like to do?
No,
Fuck you.
I don't like Paul Q. I don't want Paul Q. I don't deserve Paul Q.
Yes, you do.
What did I do to deserve Paul Q?
Throw away my stuff.
I did not do that. That was the mouse. And it's not thrown away. It's right next to the garbage pail there.
Flavor's vegan. Mice like seeds.
It was not my vegan food. It was kitty food and snacks.
After I reball the audio chip, now I find out it's a dead speaker, not a magician.
You reball the audio chip and it's a dead speaker? Does one speaker go and the other doesn't? You can only do the DC for about a second.
No, I connect, disconnect, you can hear it pop, 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 pop.
Are you sure you don't want to get rid of that Siki?
Positive.
Why do you like that Siki so much?
Let's see, no one take one.
Didn't you already have lunch? Maybe that means it's time for the mouse's lunch.
The mouse gets lunch, he's gonna snap her neck.
Why do you hate that mousey so much, Paul?
He needs to throw away my shit.
What if he's a cute mouse?
Snap his neck. I don't care. I don't care how cute he is. Fuck him.
He did poop over everything.
Everything.
That wasn't a limited amount of poop either. That was a metric fuck ton of poop. Is this guy serious? Well, why would you use the G word? That doesn't make any damn sense. Alright. Looks like every circuit on this thing is... key may not work. I may have to run a wire over there. Go, Flux, go. Anel, did you teach David to use hot tweezer tips as micro pencil tips? Who taught him that? That's a bad habit.
We have a shortage of micro pencils.
Well, journalists are also supposed to be smart. What the hell are you doing? But you're soldering? You're not doing any fume extraction. That's all in the air right now.
No. This isn't. I refloated some CNO.
Oh, well, something stinks to high hell right now.
I'm not getting much suction here.
You're not getting much suction? You should be.
Also,
You should be getting all the suction. He had his blocked.
do you see the JTAG?
What the hell's wrong with your JTAG? Is that all you're doing is removing JTAG?
No. This was everything but JTAG. Now we get into the JTAG. This tip takes so long to heat up.
Yeah, it does.
Have you used this one?
Yeah, once.
I used to use this one for wicking all the solder under a GPU. That's what I bought this for. It's perfect size for the 2011 GPU.
Gross.
Paul's never done a 2011 GPU before.
Gross.
Paul's never had a hard board. No GPUs.
Burn, mofo.
Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here. That's a bulldozer right there. We just bulldozed that. I see JTAG. Begone, thought, says Copass.
Really good at it.
One pad. But this is for a JTAG. Do I really care about a rip pad and a JTAG? Hell no.
Oh, Anel, I bought one at home for home, and I've been practicing.
Okay, hold up. Reflow SMC. Nothing happened. I reflow it again. It works.
You didn't reflow it enough the first time.
I made it dance.
Don't delay, please, bro
Maybe you
Lewis,
should
today.
Just reball it.
No, please, bro
The
Lewis.
SMC might be okay, but you probably have a bunch of shit underneath that one then.
Easy.
Oh, I'm showing this phone to someone that we can't fix.
What is that? Yeah, okay.
What's wrong with it?
It's unfixable.
He DIY.
He replaced his own screen.
What's wrong with it?
What do you do long
It's
term?
boot looping.
Data recovery.
He doesn't want data.
Go away.
That's why I'm
He doesn't
showing
want
it
to
to
pay data
someone in the back.
recovery. Then
Oh,
fine.
yeah, tell him to go away. You destroyed your...
Throw him in the bag.
What, we're supposed to fix an iPhone 5S
Land on it.
at a price that's economical after it's boot looping. Because you destroyed it. Get that shit out of here. That phone is worth $47 when it works. Don't destroy your phone and bring it here. Come on, and ask me to fix it for less than $70. Have a heart. Okay. 12.29 volts, which means our SMC is not on. We're on PP bus.
Oh my god.
I wonder if that's because my SMC reset chip looks like this.
Why does your board look like it's wet?
Okay, SMC reset is low. Other side of the resistor is high. So let's replace that SMC reset chip, and I bet this thing's going to turn on. So, what was I doing there? So, the SMC needs to be on for PP Bus G3 out to be 12.56 volts. So just to do a quick overview here. So this chip here creates PP Bus G3 hot. This chip speaks to this chip. When this chip is speaking to this chip, it'll tell it make 12.56 volts, 12.23 is not enough. When this chip is dead and not speaking to this chip will just make 12.23 volts. So since this chip is making 12.23, I imagine this one's not on. This chip also speaks to the charger and tells it to give it a green light, but since the charger has no green light, and that's controlled by this, and this is 12.23 instead of 12.56, and that's controlled by this, we have two issues, and they're both linked to this, so I assume problem with this. Now, for this chip to start, this chip has to say, hey fucker SMC, turn on. And it does that by sending a signal called SMC reset, or should I say, releasing a signal called SMC reset so that it's no longer present. Once SMC reset L is 3.3 volts, then this chip is allowed to turn on. And it seems that's missing, and this chip over here looks like a pile of shit. So that is where we are going to focus. Alright, so now there's one pin on this that's corroded that's going to be causing all of our issues. Let me just open up a schematic to make this easy to go through. Paul Daniels' software will open it in the wrong orientation because Paul Daniels. So it looks like that where PP3V42 SMC Spivzer shows up, that is corroded off. Pad over there is corroded off. So we're going to scrape that a little bit with an X-Acto, but only after I actually wick away all the solder that's there. So how about this? I'm not going to scrape on top of corrosion. We're going to remove as much of the corrosion as we can and then scrape the rest. So I'm gonna
I gave
use.
one to David, but David just keeps things in places where I don't know. According to our-
Why am I using this ridiculous tip?
Huh?
Got it.
Got it? Don't worry about it.
Got it?
Yeah. Yeah, is there any funky bullshit? Can you handle the phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
So he changed his screen and now filtered it? He changed his battery.
So, originally he needed to be,
Okay.
I read somewhere that the battery won't go above 1%.
Oh, he ripped off the gas gauge filter.
Yeah.
Did he rip off the gas gauge filter? Paul? Yeah, he ripped off the gas gauge filter. I thought you said screen, not battery.
No, battery. And I was like, I can't just say, like, straight up no to somebody who we said we would look at it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean by, like, not listening to the question.
Whoops.
You told them yes, and then changed your mind.
Yeah, both of them. One of them's still here.
Alright, so now we have, like, a full reason of why we can't help them. See?
You can
I
put
help him.
You can? For how much?
$100.
Do we have those?
We sell
One of
this.
them's here. We gotta have an iPhone 5.
We have filters on the site. I believe I sell this.
We sell these?
Probably.
Plus tax?
$100.
Plus tax? An hour?
I thought for some reason I thought you meant he replaced the screen.
Yeah,
You said
I thought
replace
long
screen, not
screw.
battery, because screen is long screw in the upper left hole, and that's like
Nope, you said battery, and then battery won't go above
Okay.
1%, and then now it's, now it's boot looping.
She
Left
tricked
that
me.
out. Left that out.
I thought you meant that it's boot looping after screen, because screen is gonna be on the 5S is gonna
I
be
said battery.
long screw. I
You
heard
weren't
screen.
listening.
Actually, I have this on recording. Paul, rewind this. Did she say screen or battery before?
Screen?
Did I say screen?
Yes.
We have this on recording, Hannah.
Alright, well, he said battery. I need a
Ah!
I'm in a pizza coma. But would that constitute?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's trying to boot, but then when it sees it can't tell how full the battery is, it turns off. So it's doing what it would do if it has no battery in the phone at all.
See, look. We went from
That's a very
$0
common issue.
to $100. How about that?
Yeah, Jessa has her assistant fix this every day.
Okay,
So it's not hard.
An hour or something? Less? 45 minutes?
Less?
If he's okay with it.
Yes.
Let me get cool with it.
Okay.
Did you know about the battery gas gauge filter thingy? The pad is never there. That's the hard part.
No, the pads are there.
Seriously?
All four.
That's a 1 in a million.
I need a donor board though. I want to see what goes where.
Hannah tried to trick me into saying no.
What was that?
Hannah tried to trick me.
What?
She said it was screen damage rather than battery connector damage.
She said it's boot looping.
Yeah, boot looping, if you replace the screen, is going to be long screw in the hole. Fuck that. But if you replace the battery, then there's just one knocked off diode, which is fine. Or resist. No, it's one filter knocked off, which is easy. Ellis gave Dan a haircut.
Again.
Stop it.
Do it. Oh! Don't do it.
What?
No. He's gonna bring it back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Put it back. What is the thing called? Something gasket?
Gas gauge filter.
Gas gauge filter. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So what was the point of him leaving it?
He was gonna pay us $50 to solder something. It didn't work. Or it wasn't going to work. But we didn't even open it or look at it. And that wasn't the problem.
He wants 50
That
bucks.
wasn't the problem?
No. He needs this gas.
Wait, what did he want us to
filter.
solder?
I don't know. He didn't know.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
So what did he say?
He said, I want to go home and research that. And I said, okay.
So waste of time.
Total waste of time. 130% waste of time.
That's why you don't open them. That's what I mean.
Yeah. You have to give some sort of general idea before, because they're just gonna.
Told me it was boot looping until we already had
Yeah,
the phone.
I mean, he tricked you. That now.
So he
That's what
tricked
I'm
you.
saying.
Now-
Like,
now-
it was already past
yeah,
that point,
yeah.
and I couldn't go back from there.
Yeah, so he tricked you.
That's what. What was I supposed to do? How could I fix that?
Well, if it's boot looping, there's
You
the.
should tell him don't trick you next
No
time.
more phones.
Tell him don't trick you next
We
time.
don't fix phones.
No, we do fix phones. We just don't get tricked.
Swipe or no swipe.
Simple man.
He did this. Can you take a look at it? Oh, and there's one more thing. Type it into the-
I hate that in there's one more thing kind of thing. It's misleading. So, next time that happens, if it's boot looping, you just give them the different things that it can be. But if he messed with it himself, it's 110% every time going to be a board issue if your phone's boot looping.
Okay.
Every now and then it could be a bad front camera flex, but that's very rare, especially if they reuse the old one. Or you give them the okay of what it is, but you give them like a general price range, and then what you do is you read their face, and if you say if it's this, if it's 100, if it's this, it's 90, and they're like, then you give the phone back to them. If you give them the different price range, and like, yeah, that sounds reasonable, but if it's 400, then I don't do it. Then at least you can open it. But like if they like shit themselves when you give them the basic price ranges, then just fuck off. Then you hand it back to them and say this isn't for you.
He came back to Kevin and said, "Can I get a discount from that $50?"
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Okay, see that now at that point you shouldn't have even opened it because with the $50
I
thing,
wasn't part of this.
I know.
yeah, well you're up there. You got to be part of this. How are you not a part of this if you're sitting next to them?
I'm standing right here. He is up there talking to Kevin. How am I supposed to know what is happening?
I expect you to.
I'm gonna draw on your face.
You're younger than me. You could hear better.
Oh, I can. I cannot.
You hang out with musicians.
No, I'm not willingly. Wait.
Yeah, he totally tricked you all. He ran a train on your time.
Not as bad as your
Paul's
please,
cutting
bro.
them
Okay.
notes, all for $0.
Paul is making notes on what this is. Oh shit. I crash landed. My battery's dead. Uh-oh. I avoided the drive. Alright, back to work.
What's that now?
Yeah, what's up? One of the two things you ripped off changing the battery.
What?
He stuck a note in the phone.
With some Captain tape and his filter that he knocked off in the Captain tape.
Thank
Paul, what
you.
the fuck?
He
That's-
said one of them's
But is
gone.
it still this?
Well,
Yeah, gas gauge filter.
One of them is the gas gauge. The other one's for something else.
Okay.
I don't know
And-
what the other
and-
one is, but he ripped off two.
I'm sure he'll figure it out.
He doesn't deserve any more of an answer.
No more free tech support. Yeah, turn it off. Alright. They all got tricked so hard. This doesn't happen to me when I'm up there.
I want my phone fixed, but I don't want to pay any money.
No, I mean, you have to be able to... The thing is, you can suss this out easily. You can say, well, here's the multiple things it can be. Once they have the face where they're shitting themselves at price, that's when you just go, yeah, I understand that. That thing's not worth it because of how old it is. You can buy another one for $47. But if you want to look it up on your own, here's what you look up. And they're like, oh, thank you very much. You know. Where was I? I was replacing that SMC reset chip before I got... When are you guys moving? I'm moving when the place is ready.
You still live?
Yes.
Live for that whole ordeal?
Yes. It wasn't too terrible.
Oh shit, it worked. Okay, where's
Don't let Steve know that that works. You have to wipe it and put it in the window. If you let Steve know that works, I won't have a machine anymore.
Oh, I need one of those bullets. With your immediate.
No, you don't.
Hey, you need a lux.
Do not give it to Paul or Steve. They're animals.
What?
They're fucking animals. They're gonna take things from it.
What?
Alright, so that cap and resistor above the chip also need to go. That's disgusting. Alrighty. Hannah got tricked. You can spell tricked without wrecked. I think it's about time to change the filters in my fume extractor. This doesn't really extract. Huh? I was, and then I saw the prices of them and I ran away. What? Thank you. Crap. Alright. Do 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 Did you find something? PB3V42 going to that resistor is missing. So. Charger. I really need to get myself a new MagSafe. For fuck's sake. Let's just try Nell's MagSafe. What? Your MagSafe doesn't reach.
No, I think Jason got this.
The Rossman Group making Macs into PCs one copper wire at a time. Indeed. Alright, on a Nell station,
Turns on.
bada bing, bada boom. Fan spin. So yeah, my...
It turned off.
No, it didn't.
I think you have a copper wire in your board.
That is not copper wire, that's mostly dog hair. 80 milliamps? Okay, ultrasonic time. Ultrasonic will fix this, I'm sure. Alright, so that's it for today. I'm done. I will see you all in a later stream. Thank you so much for watching. I've lost patience for this nasty board. I will At least we made it somewhat better than it was before. And we will make... Ultrasonicing will make this great again. What strange phone is that? Is a phone? This thing is so nasty. Look at this. This piles of dirt. Alright, see you all in the next video.